Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, no matter where in the world you might be. Ooh, isn't football fun again to see? Ba-dum-bum.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Well, hello, boys and girls, no matter where in the world you might be. Welcome to another post-game player rating show here at the Highbury Squad. I had put a 9 a.m. start, but then I decided to just do a victory lap around the neighborhood and had to get out of my pajamas because, as you know, it is earlier here in Southern California. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. Ooh, 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 ooh. Isn't it just fine to be happy? Isn't it just fine to kind of go on a football journey? Be upset, be emotional, be happy, be angry, be this, be that, be whatever you want to be. That was a fun game to watch. Absolutely just, I can't remember the last time I've enjoyed watching an Arsenal game that much in terms of passing, teamwork, hustling, never giving up, conceding. Okay, this is my message of the day. By the way, excuse my rudeness. Kev will be here in a few minutes. He's traveling back from covering the Everton game, so bear with me. I'm going to bore you to tears and wait until Kev comes to just really get stuck in. But hello, squaddies. No matter where in the world you might be, I'm sending my love and good health to you. When was the last time we had a team that conceded really poor goals and did not capitulate under the pressure? My takeaway today, and I can't wait to talk to Kev about this, is disappointing defending, terrible goalkeeping, and yet somehow, some way, we respond, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. It was like, you know, like in Jason Bourne movies, where just when you think the dude's out and he comes back, he's got a punch, he's got a kick, he's got an escape route, he's got a passport, he's got money, he's got a car, he can just drive his way through the adversity and the madness. That was Arsenal today. That resilience and that type of tenacity and just never die attitude, been a long time since I've seen that. And here's the scoop. I don't want people coming at people who've criticized Arteta. Okay, this is going to be the asterisk and the caveat for the entire season. If you criticized Arteta for finishing eighth, and losing a semi-final of the Europa League against the man he replaced, you had every right to do that. If you criticized Xhaka for throwing his shirt and telling you to F off, as a fan, you had every right to do that. If you criticized the club for not investing and building on certain players at a certain time when we could have moved forward, you had every right to do that. And as a fan today and yesterday and tomorrow and next week and in 2 months, no matter what happens, if you want to laud your players, if you want to laud the manager, you have every right to do that. Because let me tell you something. This Arsenal team is definitely different. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what fans have been dreaming about. To have players who want to play for the badge, who want to fight for the club, who want to play for a manager, and a manager who is backed at the very hilt from the very top Boom. Now, we have a long way to go. 36 more games. But do we all agree that the last 2 games have been so much fun? It's just been a totally different Arsenal Football Club. Players matter. And it started last season with transitioning the DNA, getting all the crap out. And today we sat here, and I tell you something, I don't know if I've ever watched Arsenal in the last few years where I think to myself, we're going to go down. We're going to concede 3. No, I actually believed that no matter with Saliba's own goal, with the hellacious goalkeeping from Ramsdale, I never, ever thought that we were going to capitulate. Ever. So, with that said, let's get some of your comments up. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put my change my daytime glasses to my reading glasses. How about that? I always after this you can go over and watch Magic Mike, by the way. Hello everyone. Super Kev, where are you? Okay, Kev's in the car. My podcast brother from another mother is in the car. He's going to be here in just a second. This is why I'm holding back a little bit and I'm reeling you guys in. Okay, let's go back to the very top. All 300 of you in live chat right now. Come on, man. Let's roll. Let's have a good time. Terence says, Jesus is Lord, and if you believe he will raise Arsenal from the dead, yes. Arnie, what a win. What a great game. For we will be on the other side of the gates. I love it. Unipod, Mike, Masterclass, save for a couple of brief individual. Yes. There's only one play that's going to get a low mark for me today. Hit the like on the way in. Our chief like officer, Tammy Steels. Jesus, 2 goals, 2 assists. 60. Yeah, no. I mean, we're up to 300 plus now, Magic. Okay. I think there's so many comments that I'm going way too up to the top. Lynn, how about that? How about them apples? Joint second in the table. Is that Manchester City? No way. Amazing. Let's see. Wonder what kind of car Super Kev is in. I don't think he's in one of Aubameyang's wraparound numbers. I'm thinking Kev's is either in like a Mercedes sedan or he's in like a Maybach. Or, as he said about this fella, even though, by the way, he had an own goal today, can we just say still, maybe Kev's in a Rolls Royce? I don't know. I don't know. But my goodness, these 2 behind me. So good, so good, so good. Yeah, Phoebe, love the way we responded. Evening, everyone. Big win, good response after conceding goals. Hey, Soph, I'm happy. This means a lot. Come on, you Gunners. Super Kev is a Bentley guy. Hello, squaddies. Since Party joined Arsenal, Xhaka has been the best midfielder. Let's get to Xhaka. Let's talk. All right. What? Okay, everyone. Party was shocking? Are you serious? Were we watching the same game? Please explain how Party was shocking. Tielemans and Maddison and whoever were non-existent in the first half. They had some chances, but that was only because, Xhaka gave away a terrible pass. They had an opportunity. They couldn't capitalize on it. I don't know where you saw that Party. What? Party was shocking. Party was mispassing a lot. Really? He gave away a lot of possession. I mean, he wasn't the star of the midfield today, but I don't think he was shockingly bad. I really think that's a bit harsh, to be honest with you. He wasn't dreadful. Yeah, he had one of those games where his passing just wasn't the best. Let's do some stats. Who loves some stats? You know me, I love a little bit of numbers, right? If I can get I had it all here ready for you guys, by the way. Oh God, edit. What the F is happening with my thing here? Hold on, Saliba, yeah. Hold on 1 second. I think that's a bit harsh on Thomas Partey. Right, let's talk some stats. Let's go. We had 19 shots on goal. They had 6. We had 7 on target. They had 2, which is kind of like interesting. Of course, they had 2 shots on target, so they scored from them. 400 of you in live chat. Please hit like the button if you like these 2 Brazilians behind me. I mean, just let's get that rolling, right? Let's just cover the tracks, because once Kev comes in, he's going to start brooking some necks if you don't hit the like button. So let's bring Vinny out in his bow tie, hit the like button. And look, Vesper was a better goalkeeper today than Ramsdale. Let's be honest, right? Vesper in goal for the next game, maybe. All right, hit it all. So they 460 passes for us, 465 for them. We had 83% accuracy. We committed 15 fouls to their 9, 2 yellow cards, 1 for each team, no reds, 3 offsides, 2 for them, six corners for us, 2 for them. Here's the other thing too. VAR did its job very well today. I thought the referee in spurts in the first half had a bit of a dodgy number, didn't he? There were a couple of bookings that kick on the back of the heel of Saka, that was a clear yellow card, didn't happen. Martinelli was literally being molested by Fofana. And let me tell you something. How much, if you're Chelsea right now, are you paying 80 million for him? I don't think so. Martinelli had him in his pocket all day long. He was absolutely sensational. I said to, we were talking with Kev yesterday, and then I was talking to my cousin George, who's lounging on a beautiful chair in Crete somewhere. Let's go at them the first 20 to 30 minutes. And yeah, we lost possession in midfield a couple of times. However, we had the tenacity to kind of track back, right? So I think so too. This is very important from Yama. Saliba learned a lesson today. It's good for his development. Adversity is the best lesson for growth. As a human being, I've learned that. I've made some terrible decisions in my life. I think we all have made decisions where we can look back, especially as being young people, and say, that was a mistake. But you know what? I learned from that. And I think that, Saliba, despite the fact that you score an own goal, you're still having a solid game. But I was thinking when I was watching the game today, it felt a bit like an American football match where the quarterback just keeps throwing touchdowns, and the defense just keeps giving up unnecessary, cheap points. And I think that's what happened to us today. We gave away unnecessary, cheap moves. We allowed Leicester to think they could get back in the game. And I believe this, when they sit down and watch the film on this match, I think that it's going to be a massive lesson in terms of how we could have been more punished with a more prolific team. If you're playing City and Liverpool in those situations, maybe even, a Chelsea, I don't know. We'll see how they are tomorrow when they play Tottenham. You're going to get punished left, right, and centre. I love that VAR made the right decision with the penalty. But that was a warning. Ramsdale had the warnings in Crystal Palace, and I stood by him and I said, he came back and he made a couple of great saves. But my goodness, he was warned. He's too hyper. It's true. He needs to just be cranked down a notch. All right, I'm going to start off. We're going to get into some of the nuts and bolts of it. You guys in stadium, fans, were absolutely unbelievable again today. Let me tell you about the unity at the Arsenal and the difference that we are having. Don't worry about reading the comments. They're coming in thick and fast. There's over 500 in live chat. Please kiss, like, hit, smash, cuddle, bash, headbutt, nut the like button if you enjoyed watching our team play today. Super Kev. Where are you? Come on. I'm hanging on here by a thread. Sophie. The fan, Super Kev. You score an own goal and your fans cheer for you like you scored a goal. Take a bow, a round of applause to the Arsenal nation. I witnessed it The atmosphere, totally different when I was there. From this era, you can tell by the shirts, even though the fans are getting behind the team there, a totally different vibe. Your player scores an own goal, and there's a bit of a miscommunication there between him and Ramsdale. Should Ramsdale have you guys can answer this question for me. Should Ramsdale have called it? What do you think happened there, you guys? To me, I think, could he have kicked it? I don't think so. It came fast. He's got Vardy on his shoulder. By the way, Vardy did not score against us today. Or did he? No. I don't know what the situation was there, but I felt like it happened too quickly for either Saliba or Ramsdale to react. But it wasn't good. And I think because of the day Ramsdale had, I don't want to put that all on Ramsdale, but there was definitely a very slow reaction to what was happening in the game. And the way we recovered from both of those hellacious moments is a glorious, maybe it's glorious because we've got Jesus at the wheel. I don't know. And it was just one of those situations, I think, where Saliba finds himself in, if I don't header it, he's going to get it. And I've got to do something. And maybe Ramsdale was off his line too quickly and didn't allow his defender to make the play. But I do feel like maybe there was a slight miscommunication there and we conceded an own goal. However, to respond as quickly as we did was incredible. And to see, okay, I know everyone was started killing Xhaka in the first half, right? Because of the pass, the ball giveaway, and they had a great opportunity in that first half to maybe get a goal. But my goodness, did you guys get the impression that Granit was trying to send a message to Tielemans today? The dude was playing box to box like Steven Gerrard. I was like, what is going on here? Who is this guy? Listen, he's been absolutely ridiculed, smashed, bitten, called everything under the sun. Yet he comes back time and time again and absolutely has shown that he is the leader of this team. And Magic Mike cannot stand Xhaka, but is giving him credit. I don't care if you love, like, loathe, dislike, kind of like a player. Credit where it's due. Here's the other thing, all 615 of you in live chat. At the beginning of the game, when the team huddled in a circle, who was giving the G up talk? Not Odegaard. Wait, Kev, I didn't send you the link. Hold on, everybody. We'd like to take a, hey, how about I play this real quick? Look, it's worth it. I'm a, hot mess after a win. He was the one giving the talk. Zenith Coins. Don't forget Zenith Coins, right? Our partner for the season. Here we go. Kev, I'm copying, I'm pasting, I'm WhatsApping it to you, my brother. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Kev will be here in a second. He was unbelievable. And he was the one that was doing the talk before the game. He was the one that was, yeah, he always gives the talk. Yeah, but I'm sorry, he is the real captain. Can we just, like, maybe take a break? Let Kev in. I know. Coming into the club. Can we just, I know things happen in football and players are forgiven and some are not. I mean, Eric Cantona, Kung Fu, a Crystal Palace fan, was forgiven, came back and won things with Manchester United. And he is the captain without the armband. And I think he prefers it this way, personally. And you know what? Same energy to those of you who wanted Xhaka out, who criticised the people who wanted Arteta out. and Wenger out and all that. Can we just like come together as Arsenal fans and be happy with what's happening right now? It's a win. It's a great win. And we had to overcome adversity to win that game as well. So, it is what it is. Right, we're going to move on to the play rating. Super Kev is going to be in the house. I finally sent him the link. No super chat to Manscaped Balls. Whoa. We never do that. Everyone gets their voice heard. 650 of you in live chat right now. And here he is, my podcast brother from another mother, Mr. Super Kev, Super Kevin Campbell.
I've still got me band from earlier.
Yeah.
From the car. How are you? How are you? How's the squaddies? At squaddies. Come on.
I like that shirt, Kev.
I tell you what, it's lovely and hot here. Started off real early this morning. I done the Villa Everton game, and it was hot from like 7. It was warm. So lovely day. Absolutely lovely day. And even better, whoa, I tell you what a finish by Martinelli. What
How about
a
that
finish.
goal?
What a finish. In fact, you know what? His touch weren't right to start with, but that's what set him up. Hit it in off the post. Every time Leicester thought they come back, we moved away again. Really, really important. Really important.
All right, so I've been waiting for you to get here to do this. So here we go. By the way, I'm so excited about the game today, Kev, that I'm all over the place a little bit. We have 650 in live chat. Let's just get stuck to it. Kev, we're going to start with the goalkeeper. It was not a good day for Rambo.
Yeah, look, I thought to start with, he made a really good save from what's his name, the defender who burst through.
Fofana.
Fofana.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, made a good save. Made a good save. Got shown through, and he came out and made a good save. But I think, Sophie, if we're honest, from kind of the back end of last season at times, there's been a little question mark on, to keep his calm. And look, he's a young keeper, Sophie. He is a young keeper. And being number one at Arsenal, you've got to be watertight. And he's making a couple of mistakes. It happens, it happens. But we expect him to be better because he has been better in the past, hasn't he? He has been better in the past. So
he saved us as well, Kev. I mean,
got to knuckle down.
times.
Got to knuckle down and get it right. Because one thing we don't want, Soph, is for us to be performing like that at one end of the pitch, and at the other end of the pitch, us conceding. I was saying about a clean sheet, but we take the win. I'll take the win, definitely. And I don't think I think what we're going to do, we're going to nitpick because we want to be better. We're not slaughtering anybody because, listen, Rambo's a very good goalkeeper. Like I said, he made a really good save, etc. But we don't want things to creep in too much. We want to be able to fend them off and improve. So, yeah.
So, Kev, I thought that perhaps he would, he made the mistake in the Palace game and then he realigned himself and he made 2 great saves.
Yeah.
He was definitely the reason why we didn't go 1-0 down, like you said. But then I don't think he got away with it because it was the correct decision. He did the smart thing and was mature the way he pulled out of the Vardy challenge, and VAR corrected that. Thank goodness the referee went to the monitor, and that was that. So look, yeah, we love Rambo. We've been supportive of Rambo from day one.
100% V-dub. That's why we're saying we're not slaughtering anybody. It's just a nitpick because listen, let's be honest, there ain't a lot to to go at,
critique. Yeah.
to critique. So we just got to nitpick certain little bits and pieces.
Right.
But we're going to wax lyrical on the
Okay,
team
let's
anyway.
move on. So I'm going to give Rambo a 5 today, Kev. I think that's fair. He made a good save, but I think he lost a bit of confidence in that second half. And on the goal, the Maddison goal, he's got to do a little bit better than that. And Maddison was having a super poor game until he scored that goal.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna give him a 6, right, Sophie? Just because. You know, listen, still made that save when it was 0-0. He made that save. I'll give him a 6. I could have been a little bit harsher, but I'm not going to be harsh because you know what, Sophie? We won the game. So
maybe I'll give him a 5.5 then, Kev. I hear what you're saying. Maybe a little bit harsh. Okay, I'm going to do these 3 together. Now again, Ben White came off. I hope he's okay. Just had a little bit of a niggle.
Little niggle, yeah.
Yeah. Saliba scores an own goal, but I still think he had a good game, Kev. And Gabriel, I would say today, and you tell me this, right? Because this guy was mustard in his first game. I think Ben White has been one of our best players in our first 2 games.
2 games, yeah.
And I think Gabriel's been solid. However, I think today was a bit of a wake-up call for our back line. What do you think?
100%. I think you're right, Soph. But, you know, here's the truth. Leicester are that side that they can unhinge you because the way they play, they are expert at playing between the lines. If you watch when they zip it into Maddison, Maddison's always on the half turn to try and hit those passes. That's how Vardy got in and Rambo, you know, done that because they play on the half turn and they just bend balls in behind you. That's the way they play. So if you're going to attack them, you're going to be susceptible to that. But look, I thought those 3, I thought Ben White, again, Ben White, Saliba. It was good to see Saliba do something wrong and see how he reacted to it, Soph. You know, because we've seen players fall apart, Soph, after making a mistake. Didn't fall apart, kept his head, and I thought he was excellent after the own goal, to be honest. I thought he went back to another level to say, I've shrugged that off. That ain't even part.
There's another player who we'll get to eventually, but I think the timing of this was humbling. And you can tell me, Kev, a game like this, you're playing up front, your front 3, you as a striker, you're on fire. You feel like you can score 6 or 7 goals on that day, but your defense isn't having the best time. And I think people underestimated Leicester a little bit because they'd been so poor last season. But if you look at their team sheet, Kev, they didn't have chump change out there today.
Hey, listen, they're full of talent. They're full of talent. And if you sleep on them, they'll finish you. I'm telling you that now. They will beat some teams. You keep this lot together. They will beat some teams and you go, look at Leicester. And it won't be a surprise because they can do that.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to give them 7s. I'm going to give
777.
Benny Blanco, Vegas style. Is a jackpot still.
I'll go with you. I'll go 777s with Ben White, Saliba, and Gabriel.
Okay. Who's
Definitely.
next, Kev? I mean,
Zinchenko.
Kev, tell me about this guy.
So, you know, when you actually see a master craftsman, this guy, this guy's such a quality technician, and you could see his midfield work from fullback.
Tell him, Kev.
He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Not only can he move up the side, he can switch inside, and then you sometimes see Xhaka either move up the pitch or move wide. This guy's quality, real quality. I thought he was excellent today, so excellent. And I'm giving him an 8. I thought he was real good. Showed how to play that position. Absolutely showed how to play that position. And he done it in the Palace game most of the time until they adjusted. But I thought he was really good today.
Do you know what else I like, Kev, about him? And maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when there's no pass ahead, he doesn't feel like he has to force it all the time. And does that come from the way Pep,
Yeah.
keep the ball, pass the ball?
There's no room, Soph.
Mhm.
We come out and we go again. We try the other side. So what does that do to the defense? Oh, God, we got to adjust again. So now they've got to move across. Everybody's got to adjust. And that's what City tend to keep doing. They keep making you adjust until somebody switches off and there's a gap. And then what do? They go, ding, De Bruyne, through you, kill you.
Yeah,
And it's hard to keep adjusting because it's monotonous.
He to me, he's an 8.5 for me today, Kev. I just love. It's going to be very hard for Kieran Tierney to get back into the team and start. But I love that, and we'll get to the end when we get to the subs in terms of what you and I have been talking about regarding competitiveness.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zinny gets or Ziggy, however you guys like to call him these days.
8.5.
Yeah, 8.5. Who's next, Kev?
Thomas Partey and Xhaka in midfield. We could go both or we could go one. Let's go Thomas Partey first because I was hearing you having to put a few people under blast saying that.
I'm just going to let you take it away, Super Kev.
Thomas Partey was... Squaddies, just remember this. A few misplaced passes doesn't mean you're having a shocker. It doesn't. Sometimes we actually need Thomas Partey to get the ball back, to win it back. So his normal standards are so high that, yeah, he did make a few misplaced passes, but he was not shocking. I don't know what I'm hearing. Honestly, I don't know what I'm hearing. I'm seeing people saying 5s and 6. No, Thomas Partey's a 7 all day long. You forget the midfield is so important for us. How do we dominate? We dominate with our 2 midfielders. That's the engine room. So listen, you could put whatever you want up. Great. Listen, that's your opinion. That's fine. But sometimes we see some things differently. Sometimes we really see things differently. Thomas Partey is essential for what we do. He breaks things up in that midfield like you wouldn't believe. And I know a lot of the time, he doesn't get any plaudits for it. But I see it. Mark sees it. I tell you, Mark Badrigan sees it. I tell you. Yeah.
You know the other thing too, Kev, we had our conversation about working in the shadows.
Yes.
That's what I think Thomas did today. He worked in the shadows. And
you know something, Soph? I don't mind him working in the shadows.
No, I don't either. I don't care.
I want the glory boys that are behind you and Saka, who didn't really have a great game, but it happens sometimes. I want them to get the plaudits, Odegaard to get the plaudits. I want a Xhaka or whoever and Partey, these guys to just go, people just let it pass. Oh, yeah, you had a decent game, Yeah, it was solid. I'll take that all day long. I'll take that all day long because that means we're doing something right, Soph.
Yep. And here's the thing. We're in a position, and this is what I want to get to because we're getting to those positions. And, the fact that Partey doesn't have to be a 10 out of 10 every game now because of what is happening around him across the pitch. The fact that Saka doesn't have to be a 10 out of 10. And we wanted Saka to be able to just play his game and not have the weight of the Arsenal Football Club world on his shoulders. And let's talk about a player who's been much maligned. Ev?
Yep. He's come up trumps today, Soph. I'll tell you that. Xhaka's come up trumps today. I thought he was very, very good. And do you know what he's starting to do, Sophie? He's getting in the box. This was a criticism of mine, Sophie. He doesn't get goals. He doesn't create. He doesn't get forward. but he's got that in his game. And you know what? Funny enough, we play Leicester, and he performs like that today. When obviously Tielemans is on the opposition side.
Kev,
You
he
know,
went box to box, Steven Gerrard, like classic, I don't know, Vieira. I mean, he just let rip today. He had a couple of bad passes in the first half, but was he not sending a message? You know, you've played with
100%.
players like that when there's rumors about players coming in and your teammate is like,
I'll
you know
show.
what?
I'll show everybody. That's one of them. But that's the type of characters we need. Getting linked with Tielemans. I'll show you how good I am.
He gets a very I'm with you, Achilles. I don't think I can give
I
him
agree. I
yeah.
agree. I'm gonna give Xhaka 8.5 right today. I thought he was excellent. I thought with Partey, a lot of the time dominated the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
But Xhaka coming up with goals, Sophie. Whoa, he's going up in my estimation now. I mean, I can't knock him for that. 8.5.
He was there to get another crucial goal after we just conceded.
Just conceded,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So me too. I'm giving Xhaka an 8.5. And look, again, remember, same energy. There were a lot of people criticizing Xhaka who wanted him out the club. Even Kev was like, this isn't the guy. But when someone turns things around and you can see that they're doing well, you can't kill them just because of what's happened in the past. You give them
Hold your
credit
hands
for
up.
what's
Hold
happening
your
in the
hands up and
present.
give them credit. Yeah, hold your
Absolutely.
hands up. Hold your hands up.
Absolutely. Who's next, Kev?
Next is Captain Martin Odegaard.
Another one who loves to work in the shadows.
Works his socks off. Do you remember? I think it was last season, Soph, where we had a discussion and I said, you don't realize how good the guy is and how good he knits everything together until you watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
People say quiet game. The guy is a master, mate. The guy is a master. Get it, give it, lend it. He lends it. He gets it, gives it to people, gets it back, gets us ticking. Some of you might not appreciate that. I get it. Unless he's really, creating this or creating that. Some of you might not get it. But you see, an old ex-pro like myself, trust me on this. Odegaard is a special talent. I'm telling you now. He's always available. Gets the ball. He works his socks off as well. And that's a lot of things people don't give him credit for. He works so hard. And he didn't need to create. He didn't need to create today because, let's be honest. I mean, we're going to get to these. We're going to get to these two, right? They were on it.
Kev, you know how sometimes, Bernardo Silva, or David Silva, there were games where people like, oh, they're over. So I heard people back in the past talk about maybe Bernardo Silva being overrated or David Silva, of course, maybe, different levels. I mean, what a player and stuff like that. But players like him, players like Odegaard, if they're not doing the dazzle and the razzle and the pizzazz and the sizzle, people tend to think, what are you offering? What are you doing?
They've had a quiet game. Yeah, they've had a quiet game. But you see, Sophie, understanding football, this is why we're on. Understanding football and the intricacies of getting the ball, moving the ball, getting the ball back, and moving the opposition. If you watch Odegaard, he always tries to move the opposition. Always. So even if it's a quick pass to the left and he gets it back, the opposition have to adjust. And when the opposition adjusts, you tend to find a Martinelli gets it or a Saka gets it to feet,
right.
nice and easy.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do that, paint that little picture, we can't get it into Jesus. We can't get it into Martinelli. We can't get it into Saka. So
Kev, I don't think I don't think a lot of things would have happened today if it wasn't for some of his intricate 1-2 tic-tac toe. It was very like the Barcelona documentary.
Have you seen the news flash?
The
Brentford are 1-up.
Brentford have scored. Yeah, 1-up. De Gea is having a mare, apparently. Taiwo, I'm not getting ahead of myself, mate. And of course we'd be a better team with Tielemans in it.
Hey, we're not knocking them two. No chance.
No, but they were poor today. I mean, Maddison got a goal, but let's be honest, we had them both in our pockets. Tielemans got substituted. Probably wanted to go into the dressing room and put a red shirt on.
Yeah, he's probably. I've seen enough. He said, all right, I'm going to let you go now.
Yep, Kev's been busy. He's been on the BBC. He's been on television all around the world. And
doing all sorts today.
He came back just for you guys. Brilliant stuff. Who's next, Kev?
Next is, let's go Saka. We're going to go Saka, Martinelli, and then our number 9. So let's go Saka.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch this one to you on Saka, right?
Yeah.
Thought he was exceptionally poor today and the weakest link up front. However, with that said, I want fans to take this in the spirit of how I'm saying it. A little bit like the humbling of the defense today and our goalkeeper. I think it's good to see that if the man who's carried us for 2 seasons on his shoulders at this young age isn't having the best game, but yet we find a way to win,
and
score 4, I actually think that's a good thing for the Arsenal. So I'm turning a negative into a positive, Kev.
Newsflash. I'm sure Flex won't be happy with this. It's 2-0. Brentford.
We've been there, Man United, and you all killed us, and we were the dartboard.
Memed us, battered us.
I cannot wait to get back on Twitter immediately after this show. Kev, what do you think about the source I just threw at you regarding Saka? Do you agree?
I think you're spot on. It wasn't Saka's greatest game. In fact, he was quiet today. He was quiet. Mm-hmm. And the normal zip that, you see Saka have, like even at Palace, there was a couple of times where he got the ball and he went down the line and, we got we got our second goal from the second run. He went in, had a couple of shots, etc. We didn't see that today. And listen, sometimes we're not going to get it. But I'm totally with you. It shows how far we've come as a team and a squad. Mm-hmm. That Saka can be average today. I thought Saka was a 6 today. He was average. But we can score 4 goals and win pretty comfortably at home. And that's by giving the opposition 2 goals. We've come. Like I said, one of Kev's questions yesterday was how far, where are we now? What, how far have we come? We've come a long way, so this is the best in 17 years, I believe, where we're at now.
Yeah, and I agree with Stephen. He's not immune to criticism at all, and we're not afraid to criticize here. We laud Saka and Emmy, and we've done that. These two boys.
I don't even think we're criticizing. I don't think you've criticized him.
He didn't have
a good game.
It's a critique of the game. The critique of the game. It wasn't great for him. It wasn't his best. He's going to bounce back.
Yeah,
I just hope that. Yeah, we're nitpicking, but we're going to see, Kev. Sometimes you've been in those situations where really classy players come in. I don't think he's going to be outshone because he's plays up front. I know we don't like Harry Kane when he's a Tottenham player, but in England he's surrounded by all these players and was an integral part of that team. And he played with better players than he was at Arsenal in the last 2 seasons and absolutely shone and was a superstar. I just don't want him to get eaten up by what's happening on the other side, because his side of the pitch was always the strongest. The other side of the pitch maybe was the weakest. And now we're seeing a bit of a shift.
Yeah, but you know what? We need the shift for balance, because so many times we were unbalanced. Everything was coming down the right-hand side with Saka. Mostly. No, we need a balance. So, hey, Saka, it's all right. You were 6 today. Yeah. Next game.
Well, yeah,
next game.
Absolutely. All right, 730 of you in live chat. Our chief like officer says we have
389.
almost 5. That's not bad, Kev. Not bad at all.
By
Proud
the
of
way,
them.
I like it. I like it, Scotties. Get me to 400 and we're sweet.
Although, where's Mike, Magic Mike? He wanted the butcher so badly at the Arsenal. I'm so happy we got Zinchenko. I cannot begin to tell you.
Zinchenko's a baller.
Yeah.
Zinchenko's a baller.
All right, Kev, I'm just going to let you, as a striker, as a creative force who has scored an abundance of goals, saved teams from relegation, played with the best.
Martinelli.
I'm going to tell me.
So 2-2. This is, do you remember I think it was the start of last season where you were worried that whether he'll get the game time and people talking, should he go out on loan and stuff? And I said, no, he's going to stay. Now that we've upped the ante, and isn't it quite funny, Soph, that he's now got a technical player behind him to help him, and he's doing better. I mean, his work rate was absolutely phenomenal. But he's taking his chances. So, yeah, he missed the chance at Palace and then got the header. Great. But today, when we needed it, Soph, he came up trumps with his left foot, bang, right into the corner. Brilliant finish. But his work rate, his hunger, his quality. Defenses are petrified. So they're petrified. Absolutely petrified of this guy because he can kill you in so many ways. And now we've got a number 9 who can take some of the heat off him. So a lot of the time he could be one-on-one. We're in business now, Soph. When can you imagine when all 3 of them click?
Man.
And it's going to take a little bit of time to click. We might see Martinelli go off the boil a little bit and Saka come in, but we don't mind that. But I thought Martinelli was phenomenal today. He gets a 9 from me, Soph. He gets a 9. Outstanding. I agree with you, Elliot. A 9.
Kev, at the beginning of the show, I said that if you're Chelsea and you're looking at that, do you really want to pay 80 million for Fofana? I'm not saying Fofana is a bad player. He's a great player. I'd love him at Arsenal.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Really good
He's
player.
a good player.
But he forced Fofana to make some really bad challenges. I love that. As a striker, when you've got someone in your pocket, they start giving away a yellow card. I actually think Fofana should have had 2 yellow cards.
Could have. Yeah, you're right. Could have.
But he had him in his pocket. Yeah, totally. Just a beautiful to watch him play the way he did and to express himself. And relationships are important in football, Kev. You know this. The 2 of them know each other so well. They play with each other at international level. This is only the 2nd game and they're that connected. I mean, you know, as the season goes, those relationships up front, whether it's you playing with Big Dunk or you playing with Righty, you
want
improves.
it to gel. You just want it to gel and build, because you want it to build for not only them 2, but you want it to build for the front 3, and you want it to build for whoever comes on and joins them. So, that's what you want. You want that knowledge. But these 2 seem to have a connection, and
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful to witness. It really is.
Talk to me about this guy, Kev.
Soph, we said
Jesus,
at Palace,
take the wheel, take it from me.
Look, he's blessing the Emirates there. Look, and let's be honest, Soph, he was unlucky at Palace not to get a cracking goal.
Mm-hmm.
He put a hell of a shift in. He was electric for probably half an hour, and he worked so hard at Crystal Palace. But the only thing he was missing was a goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, not only does he come back, I said he'll score 2.
You did.
I just didn't get the score right. But for him to get 2 goals and 2 assists on his full debut at the Emirates, the guy, Sophie, he probably should have got a hat-trick. Could have had 4, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? We take 2 and 2, don't we? We take 2 and 2.
It's fine.
This player is destined for greatness. Many people didn't realize how good he was. Because, you know, at City, sometimes he's not playing, sometimes he's wide. This guy's a great player. I'm telling you, this guy's a great player. And that's why we put the balaclavas on and went to Man City and got Jesus. We did. The only reason he doesn't get a full 10 today, is because he never got the hat trick. If he got the hat trick, he would have probably 9.75. You know me, I don't really mess about with 9.75, but I think he gets as close to, in fact, I think he gets probably 9.9. He gets as close to 10 as you can get. 2 goals, 2 assists, unbelievable number 9 play, Sophie, and look what we lack. Can you imagine if he was in our team last season, what we could have done? But we can't go there. He's in our team now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's build. It was great to see the connection with the fans and Jesus as well. We've got to build. We got something to build on, Soph. We really do have something to build on. And you know what? The fans were 11 today.
We're going to get to
fan
them.
Base. Yeah, but I'm just saying the fan base were 11 today.
Yeah.
Because their heads never dropped. Even when we messed up, their heads never dropped. Sorry.
His first goal, Kev, was sublime. The vision, the touch, the audacity. To have that belief in your own talent. And then Martinelli's finished. The two of them.
Assassin UK. Don't bother save your like. Just hit the like button. Don't mess about. Sorry, Soph. Don't be holding back on us.
Don't be holding back on us. For me, he gets a 9.5 today. I'm going to church too. I got my candle. I got my Jesus candle. Someone asked me about it. He showed up.
Zidane.
Well done, Zidane.
Got to give you a round of applause because we didn't expect to see you, Zidane. Well done. Well done.
Well done, mate. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There's 700 plus of you in the chat. Hit that like button. Chief Like Officer, let us know. Just a few minutes left here. Super Kev. I mean, I can't remember. I was saying at the beginning of the show how much fun I've had watching Arsenal play. The intricate passing, the belief, the comeback, you know, all of it encompassed. Let's get to some of our subs. I found this pic because there's 2 of them in it. It's so weird to see Rambo wearing a regular shirt and not a goalkeeper shirt. But Kev, one of the things I think that is absolutely fantastic about this season is that you can sub out Ben White and you can sub out Zinchenko and on comes Tommy and on comes Kieran Tierney.
Strength. We're showing our strength, Soph. The big boys, the boys are back. This is what big boy clubs do. Where you swap one for somebody who is just as good or could be better at certain aspects. That's what you want. And they're fresh. Good to see Tommy Yasu back on the pitch. Soph, I've got to say, really good to see him. Looks a little bit rusty at times, but you're going to get that. We know he's been out a long time. But what a way to come back into the team on a 4-2 win where we're not having to bust the gut. It's comfortable. It's good. The players around you are good enough.
United are losing 3-0, Kev.
Oh, Soph, Ten Hag, welcome to the Premier League. No, but it's welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah.
If you think Brighton are tough, go into, and I think they won there last year. They beat Brentford there last year. Things ain't right. Things are not right, Soph. They're not right. We've been there ourselves. We know what it feels like.
We know.
It's horrible. It's horrible, but you know what?
It's lovely. I want to go and watch the game.
I'm going to enjoy it. I'm telling you.
Kev, so yeah, the depth, you know, we had Emil Smith-Rowe on the bench. We had Tommy, we had Tierney, we had Nketiah, we had El Neni. That's not a bad...
A lot stronger. Our bench is a lot stronger.
Yeah, you don't want El Neni starting. You know, you don't want Nketiah starting every game, but to give these players rest, 20 minutes, Fabio Vieira is going to come back, give Odegaard rest. You know, maybe we bring in another one, even if we don't. Maybe, you know, it's going to be okay, but you and I both know with 2 more, it'll be even better.
Yeah, with 2 more, now we're talking about okay, our bench is looking proper. Do you know what? Don't sleep on Vieira either. By the way,
No.
Fabio
Yeah.
Vieira is a quality young player who needs to obviously get himself some game time, etc. But you know, some of them passes that we want Jesus to get and Martinelli and Saka to get, this kid could find them because oh la, la. This kid he's special. He is a special talent. He is.
Definitely.
Plays between the lines. So don't sleep on him. But it was good to see Smith Rowe get on the pitch as well. Eddie Nketiah get on the pitch. It's wonderful, Soph. Really good to see him get on. And everybody starts getting minutes.
Kev, real quick before we move to the gaffer and then close out, how important is it for that the manager sells these players and it feels like he's sold? Emile Smith Rowe, you may be on the bench, but you're going to have an effect on the season. You're going to get your game time. You know, Kieran Tierney, who's been his main guy, he's trusted guy. Tomiyasu, you're coming back, but your chances are going to come. How important is it that they've bought into this? And I think this is where Mikel may have learned from Pep. When you have a squad with talented players, everyone needs to learn. You're going to get your chances. It may not be every time, but you're part of the big things that are coming, hopefully.
The big picture is, Sophie, to tell you the truth, the big thing is Arsenal. We've said it for the last couple of years at times. Arsenal haven't been moving to be the best. They haven't been moving like a club that we expect, like it's our club. Now they're moving that way. And the only way you're going to get a big squad on board is if you explain, we're out to win everything. So it don't matter what competition you play in, we're out to win every game. That's the name of the game. And yeah, there's times where you won't be in the team and there's times where you will be in the team. Everybody's got their part to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think players are getting on board with that because we know it's a long season. We know where injuries can come, Sophie. Do we have the depth to handle that? I think we're getting there now. Another couple, 4 would be amazing. 2 would be just right, I think.
Yeah. And you feel like it's so early and there's so long to go. There's a World Cup sandwiched in between it, Super Kev. And, you know, it's to have that cover, especially in midfield. That's my biggest concern is, you know, even Rob Holding coming in. Yeah, he may be able to do that for a few games, but long term, it's not going to be the solution. Sambi, not the solution long term. El Neni, not the solution. And they're at the back and, you know, Ben White can go into a CB situation. Tommy, if he's fit, plays right back. There's options there, but definitely, and you've said it all along. What about this guy?
Well, I'll give all the subs a 6, right?
Oh, okay,
because
yeah,
they
me
came
too.
on pretty late. Because they came on pretty late, which was decent.
Oh my God, are you joking me? It's not 4-0.
It is. Yeah, it is 4.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
So,
Kev, they're going to pull it. You know what? This is the 8-2 revenge.
No, you know what's going to happen, Soph? That people are going to lose the feed. Someone's going to pull the feed. You're going to lose the feed because, do you know what, Soph?
Wow.
We've been there, Sophie. As Gooners, we've been there. We know what it feels like. You know? And do you know what? Squaddies, Gooners, you should be laughing because they were laughing at us.
Yeah, let's go back to them.
They were laughing at us, so we've got to give it to them just the same. Right? Now, maybe Ten Hag, he's got to go knocking on some doors and find out what's going on because I need to be back to you. You know, they're getting linked with players who are not going to make a difference. Let's be honest.
Nautovic.
You know, let's be honest.
Rabiot.
Come on.
I love it, Kev. I tell you something. United fans, for the 8-2s, for the dartboards, for the bullying, for the ridiculing, for the laughing, for the shaming, for all of that, enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the pain. Enjoy the pain, because there's more pain to come. And I give Mikel Arteta 8.5 today. So
yeah,
I'll give him
8.5, not a 9. 8.5.
No, not a 9. Not a 9 today. I'll give him 8.5. You know me and clean sheets. I like clean sheets. I do like clean sheets. I think set the team up right. Went with the same team. Went at it in the right manner. Get ourselves 2 goals up. So I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him 8.5. Got the team responding when we concede. I think that's really important as well. So I'm seeing a little bit more progress in this team. Just not going to sit down, and we've said it, haven't we? Sit back. We sit back and then let the team come on to us. We didn't do that. We went for it, and we responded twice. So fair enough. I'll give him 8.5.
Well said, Kev. So these are the differences when people have said to me, trust the process, and I want to see process become progress. The biggest progress I have seen under this manager and these players, and by the way, how lucky are we to have acquired players with a totally different DNA and profile, personality and characteristics, is bouncing back in adversity. The old Arsenal would have collapsed after conceding goals like that. This new Arsenal, and I'm going to give Mikel credit, to bounce back and score 2 quick goals after conceding. That is progress. To me, that's process to progress. But the players, like Kev says, are the ones that cross the white lines and have to make those things happen. And they believe in each other. They believe in themselves. Whatever Mikel's selling to them, they're drinking. And to be able to have that tenacity to come back, Kev, that is progress. That's what I've been waiting to see. And for me, that is one of the biggest deals since he's taken over.
Yep, I totally agree. I think seeing the players cross the white line, Soph, and because they're the ones who have to do it. No matter what the manager says, they have to do it. And we've proved today that we can give the opposition 2 goals, but we still win comfortably.
Right.
That says a lot about this side. And it's not a crap team. It is not a crap team. Someone wants to listen to goal.
I know, lol, Steve. I had to put it up there because I thought it was so funny. I want to go. I want to. So, and also, I'm really happy for our good friend Natalie Sawyer, who must be loving this right now. Super Kev.
Oh, big time. She's buzzing. She must be buzzing. But again, listen. We have seen process to progress. We've improved. But you know what, Sophie? I'll be honest with you. We are nowhere near the finished article. We're nowhere near the finished article. We've got so much growth to do. So, we may nitpick here and there, but it's only because we know. I don't think there's any limit to what this squad, and obviously when you add to it, what they can achieve. If we put the limitations on them, that's on us. We have to have that mindset, and that's why I wanted the squaddies to back this team fully. And I thought today they were back fully.
Yeah.
Nobody can touch what we're building if we're fully behind it. I'm telling you now.
And a quick one before you go, Super Kev. Beautifully put, our fans.
As I said before, 11. The fan base were 11. There was no moaning and groaning when we conceded the goals.
They stuck by the team.
They saw the response. They stuck with the team, and the team responded. That's what football should be about. And fair play to the Emirates. It was the first game at the Emirates for the season, and what a fantastic win. Jesus has blessed everybody today with his presence, and Martinelli is his apostle. There you go.
Kev, I'm going to bring it out.
Yeah, bring it out. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Brilliant
that.
stuff. The Arsenal 4, Leicester City 2, an emphatic win at the Emirates. A shout out to our good friend Jack Stevenson for putting flowers on Maria's chair today
Yeah.
and
God bless.
wearing his Arsenal shirt with Maria Petri's name on the back. Jack, we love you. Well done. That was a beautiful touch. And Super Kev, maybe this is going to be the future. Who knows? He's definitely possibly heading in that direction. Way too early to tell, but my goodness, what a player we have on our hands.
Well, do you know what? He's seeing his peers there. He's seeing the past. And you're number 9 for Arsenal, or you're the main man at Arsenal. This is the company you should be in. And he wants it. You could see he wants it, Soph, doesn't he? He wants it. And do you know what? He was so upset that he never got the hat trick. But next
Didn't want to
game,
come off.
next game, didn't want to come
You've
off.
been there,
Next game.
Kev. How many times have you like?
You know, that you get hooked. You get hooked at 2, and you're like, oh my god. But keep him hungry. He's hungry. He's very hungry. We've got a hungry team, and that's what they've got to be. They've got to be hungry.
Love it. Thanks to all the squaddies, all 700 plus of you who tuned in. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please do hit it on the way out. Don't forget to check our store on the YouTube channel. All of the proceeds, anything we sell, goes to Gooners v Cancer, to artists in our community like Ruth Beck and Scene Sketches and Stephen Fearley. We need to sell stuff to send them some funds so they can keep their art going. Of course, gvclive.com for the event in London on September 2nd. Don't forget to go to that. Be looking out for Kev on Sky Sports and Talk Sport and Mola and a bunch of other channels as he continues to cover the beautiful game. We will be back with you on Monday Madness live at 8 p.m. It's going to be buzzing.
Ready for Monday Madness. Sophie's cooking. I'm telling you, she's cooking something up.
Super Kev, take us out.
All right. Well, on what was a long, hot day for Leicester, Jesus and his apostle Gabriel torched them with a little help from Xhaka, didn't he? Listen, whatever you do, tell your loved ones you love them. You have an absolutely fantastic weekend, and you could sit down, watch probably the rest of the first half, second half of the Man United game, and you could watch Super Sunday with your feet up tomorrow. Squaddies, we love you. Sophie, fantastic for keeping them warm for me until I got back. Squaddies, simple to say, at ease.
At ease. Go over to Magic Mike and the Gooners podcast for more. You can have your say live.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
The Highbury Squad is powered by Zenith Coins. Support the future, treasure the past. Official licence partner of the Arsenal Football Club. Follow at Zenith Coins across all social platforms.